Hello everybody and welcome to Time to Cook, the cook-along show where we help you try out new, delicious recipes every week without the need to trawl through endless recipe books. And this week we are with Jonny.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you very much for having us.
Oh, no problem.
Nice
Welcome
to be
my
here.
home.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's good to be here. So what dish are we cooking this week?
We're going to do some form of tacos.
Some form of tacos.
Some form of tacos. Okay, I say some. I have kind of like a need to validate it because I have never been to Mexico.
That's okay. We're doing Johnny's
really know
tacos.
any Mexican people. Yeah, a taco I think is definitely folded over. It can be a hard shell or a soft shell. That's fine. Apparently, if you do it flat and put all the stuff on top, that is a tostada. I think.
Right. Well, they normally come like in a little row, tacos. They're not like
Tacos,
fully
yeah, but so a tostada, like it might just be, we're going to have a tortilla on the base and then everything else on top. Hey, if it folds, fine. If it doesn't fold, it's because we put too much stuff on top and that means it's tasty.
That's no bad thing.
It's the same ingredients.
We're going to call it tacos.
We can call it tacos.
Yeah, and this is a
Johnny's
wonderfully
tacos.
fresh array of ingredients you have out here. I'm very excited. So, what are we going to need to cook along with you?
Quite a lot of things. We'll start
Quite
with
a few things.
Yeah, well, there's it looks like a lot because a lot of these are just things that you probably have in your house. Some of them you might need to go out and find, which in Berlin is a journey.
Yes.
It means we
Often
get to know the city very well.
multiple stores, right?
There is no one shop that sells all these things in Berlin.
Good. Good luck.
So should we do the weird one first? Should we start off?
Sure.
Which is
What's
also the
weird
most important one.
Oh, the flour.
The flour.
Yeah.
So
we are going to be making our own tacos. We should have
our own tortilla.
Our own tortillas.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can buy them, but in Germany you're going to find that they're always wheat flour tortilla, which is fine. They came from the Spanish when they arrived in Mexico, and everything was fine. Everyone lived happily ever after.
It was a great time.
And those are fine. We eat like bread all the time, right? This is fine. But well, you haven't done this yet. I waited for this, so you can smell that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It
so this
smells
is
like tortillas taste. The real one.
or if you go into to a Mexican restaurant, that's
Yeah.
like the first smell you get. So it is, what is it? Called masa, M-A-S-A, and then the Spanish word for flour, which is
harina.
Harina. Okay. It's an amazing fun ingredient. It's made in like some kind of alkaline solution, but otherwise it is corn flour. Do not substitute corn flour for this. That's you can have a very bad time.
That is not a substitute that's possible.
That is not
Good to
possible.
know.
So either buy your own tortilla, but then go to the Mexican store and buy this, or order it online. You can also accidentally order blue corn flour, masa, which tastes just the same, but it's blue.
That sounds like a fun idea.
No.
For an unusual... No,
I
we're
made
not
pancakes
going
with
the
it and they came out grey. They tasted great, but they were grey.
So masa harina is like the one kind of specialist ingredient that you'll want to seek out a Mexican store, or you can get it online, right?
Yeah, and it is really gonna...
Maybe we'll put a link to where people could do
Yeah,
that.
sure. It's gonna absolutely make everything better. It's gonna make the kitchen smell lovely. You can have a good time. That's my favorite part.
Awesome.
So that's the base of the taco, and then what have we got on top of that? We're doing vegan food, so instead of beef or pork or whatever, I've gone for tofu, organic tofu. I like to buy the German tofu, which might be, I don't know, sacrilege. Do people care about tofu that much? I mean, it's tofu.
What do you mean the German tofu?
German tofu I find is like harder, and so because when I cook tofu that's softer, it just disappears. I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
So I get the hardest. I bought a double big size one.
It's a great size packet.
What is that, 400 grams? Yeah.
How much of that are we going to be using? The whole
We're
thing?
going to use the whole thing.
Okay.
Because afterwards I'm going to put that on other stuff, and it's like a nice tasty protein that's going to be in my fridge.
Very nice.
All this stuff is what's going to, what's the word? Marinate. We're going to marinate the tofu in all this stuff. So let's start over here. So we've got cayenne pepper, which apparently is spicy. I don't know. I find it's like in the middle. Yeah, dried stuff. I don't know. And then we've got regular chili flocken.
Chili flakes.
Daily cooking chili flock. I'm going to put that on there too. Salt and pepper, they're kind of obvious, they're easy. Garlic, I mean, like you're marinating tofu. Tofu tastes of nothing. You can put anything in that you want, that's fine. So a bit of lime, you can maybe tell that that's a theme.
Lime's on this table.
What's this one?
Apple cider vinegar.
Thank you, it says it on the front.
Yeah, Apfelessig.
Apfelessig, yeah. I'm going to put some of that in. I'm not sure about this, if we're going to do this. This is the other ingredient here that's going to be hard to find, which is smoked paprika. The one we'll do it today. That's fine.
Yeah, I find
you like
smoked
smoked
paprika is in most supermarkets here, isn't it?
No.
Oh, I've got some from Maseca.
You got a good etiquette.
I got a good
It's like Spanish people love this stuff, but it can be very overpowering.
Okay.
So watch out
We'll
with
go
that.
easy on the stuff.
I'm going to put some maple syrup in because I have some in my fridge.
You could substitute honey for that, right?
I usually do honey, but I don't have
Okay.
honey at the moment. I have. Do you know what I have at the moment instead?
What?
I think I have. It doesn't
Do you
look like it's there.
have agave syrup?
Also
Have you
known
gone that
as.
Dick's Aft.
Loading up on Dick's app. It can be difficult to get good fresh peppers here, so I get the pickled jalapenos, which are just great. Get those from the Turkish shop.
That's going to go in the marinade as well, is it?
But
Yeah. Why
you
not?
can even put some of the liquid in there.
What I'm doing, you see, is forcing Jonny to come up with some kind of actual recipe because he very much just makes this up as he goes normally,
wing it.
apparently. So yeah, we'll be putting lots of details in the ingredients list in the video description, but these measurements may be a little bit vague.
Yeah, especially when it comes to the marinade. Marinade with tofu and even with meat, I would say just like go for it. Don't hold back because.
All that flavour's not going to stay in it anyway.
No, so if you do if you think marinades don't work, it's because you're not putting enough in. That's my opinion. So yeah, we're just gonna like dump a bunch of that in the box. You'll see.
Very good.
These pickled jalapenos are gonna find their way through some of the other dishes as well. I tend to just have, the pickled, they last forever, so I have a few jars of those. Yeah. And they're also good jars. Like I keep those jars. They're useful for things.
Yeah, good size too.
Okay, so we've got the protein there. That's going to be like almost deep fried. Let's see how much oil I've got.
Crispy?
It should be crispy. That's the part where at the end of like the next video, you're going to be like, is that done yet? And I'm like, I don't think so. It just it really takes a lot longer than you think.
Okay.
But the crispier, the better.
Yeah, I think so.
We can burn some bits of it.
Sounds great.
Like I don't smoke, I can get cancer a different way. Beans are important. I've got black beans here, which you can find in like most Turkish shops in Germany, but they're going to be dried, which a lot of people suggest are a lot better. Every time I've tried to make them, like you got to soak them for 24 hours. I don't know, it never comes out right when I do it, so I just buy the canned ones. And then I make up for that with onions and a bit of garlic. Yeah, we're going to put some garlic in the tofu too, that's fine.
How much onion roughly will people want in that? Like one small
I'm
onion?
going to use, my onion would usually be bigger than that.
You've got a little shallot there.
I've got shallots in my house at the moment, so I'm going to just, like, that makes one onion for me. But I would usually just do one onion. And then, like, between 1 and 4 cloves of garlic, depending on your love of garlic. I'm going to squeeze some lime on it too.
Yeah, squeeze some lime on everything, I think.
But yeah, the beans are going to be, like, half mashed. So salt, pepper, oniony goodness, lime, they're all going to get inside the beans.
Coriander, I'm assuming that's why it's sitting on the top of the tin.
Limp on top of the... Yeah, we'll chuck some coriander in with the beans as well. That's good. Coriander is also going to be in another part of the dish, and it's going to be fresh on the table as well.
It's a must, really, in any faux Mexican cuisine.
In any faux Mexican cuisine, yeah, except for people that have that thing where they don't like it, or they think it tastes like soap, in which case, sucks to be you.
Nothing we can do.
I dated a girl for like a little time. Like we were on 2 or 3 dates, and she was like, "I don't like coriander." And I was like, "Do you know what? That is a reason to not."
This isn't going to work out.
It's not going to work. I have coriander in like so much stuff.
Yeah, I've only come around to it recently, but now I'm fully on board.
You're on board, coriander from the Turkish shop around here, like €1 buys me so much that I have to throw it away. I can't use it. If you go to the German shop, you're going to pay €1.50. It comes in plastic and it doesn't taste as good.
Yes.
So it's just like, this is cheaper and better. I wish that they sold smaller quantities. I would even pay €1 for less, but...
I'll come over, take half off your hands.
People do that.
Okay. Got a little coriander black market going on.
Well, because you don't, you can't find good coriander in East Berlin. Like, I'm not joking.
Problems that East Berlin now has.
Yeah, you wouldn't think. But like, I honestly, like, I used to work in East Berlin. I don't have like a good coriander place. So I bring coriander to my Eastern friends.
Well, we spent a lot of time on coriander.
It's important. It's an important ingredient. Next is a dish that I'm told is called pico de gallo, which is normally made with a white onion, but you can see we're using a red onion.
Because it's going to be raw.
Yes.
Sorry, cut you off there.
No, mate, you and I are both like raw onion compatible.
Red is better.
Red onion is better. But so that's going to be what? Fresh tomatoes. Like I would normally use bigger tomatoes than that, but those are the tomatoes that are in my kitchen, so we're going to use those.
So if you were using big ones, you'd use like 2? 1 or 2? What are you
How big are your tomatoes? You're using beef tomatoes here? You know?
Big.
No, let's use 4 of those.
4 of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, you want for me, I want it to be like a lot of tomato.
It is a tomato-based sauce that people are going.
Yeah, with salad.
Yeah.
Salad. Yeah. So there's then we're going to use the lettuce, and I've got these fresh jalapenos here, which like I'm not sure how spicy they are. I haven't tested them yet, so I know that these aren't that spicy. So I'm going to put like maybe half of one of these jalapenos here in this. The rest we'll use later, but I might bulk it up with some of that. We'll see how we go later.
And you've gone for is this a romaine lettuce?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other lettuces could probably be substituted as long as
fine.
They're crunchy and fresh. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Even
this
an
isn't even
iceberg.
looking so fresh, but yeah, any lettuce is fine. It's just going to brighten up the dish a little bit.
And more lime.
We're going to squeeze a lime on there. Like we might not put a whole lime in everything, but I wanted to show that lime is in everything.
Lime is essential.
So lime is essential. Buy more limes than you think you'll need. Mm-hmm. Don't buy the 6 limes that come in a packet that from Havana Club Rum because they suck. They're just bad limes. Yeah. Go get organic limes from the organic shop because they are going to take. I told you, I warned you earlier.
Juicier.
This
Look at that lime.
It's glowing.
Yeah.
This I've told you is going to be the best lime we've ever had.
I'm pretty excited for this.
Yeah. Then I haven't been to Mexico. We're gonna. Oh, hello. That's a little present from me. We're gonna do guacamole as well at the end. So yeah, mashed avocado. That's what.
So you got 2 avocados.
Yep.
We got a pitiful.
Just for the
2
color.
cherry tomatoes.
So I don't know if you'd rather just call this like mashed avocado because like I don't know, people have all opinions on what should go in.
We're calling it a guacamole.
Yeah. What I'm not putting in there is jalapeno because it is in like so many other things in this dish.
It's a nice kind of cooling element, I find.
Exactly.
Like it combats the spice.
Exactly. We're going to put some lime in there.
Oh, what a surprise.
And we're going to put some...
just for something different.
I'm going to put some garlic in there. We'll get onto that later on.
And a small tomato then. If you had a big one, you'd put a small one in there.
If
you had a big one, you know what I mean?
Hey, if I had a big one, things would be different. A lot of things would be different. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of tomatoes, so these ones are in my house. I'm going to use those, but I'm happy to leave the tomatoes out of the guacamole.
Okay,
which means if I'm not putting jalapenos, I'm not putting tomato in there. What even is this, right? So, like that's fine. It's going to taste good. It's going to go with all of these things really well. The final thing is like
the most intriguing thing.
Yeah, because you came into my house and you were like, "What are these hairy balls?" And I
did not say that. I know what a kiwi looks like.
What's that point? A testicle. So a lot of this stuff I kind of, I looked for various recipes online, but a lot of the stuff I got from one video, which Grace will link to.
Yeah.
From a guy whose name, he has one, he has a name.
We just, I'm not going to tell you right now.
I can't remember it. And they made this mango hot sauce, which I thought, that sounds good. Mm-hmm. And then I ate a mango the other day, and mangoes like somewhere in Germany are like dicey. Yeah. And we're in December now, and no.
It's not the time. It's not the time or the place for a mango.
But you can always get a kiwi. So I'm going to blend 2 kiwis with 2 jalapenos and
some lime.
And some lime. And I'm going to put some garlic in there.
Very nice.
We'll see how that comes out.
So it's a kiwi hot sauce. I'm really looking forward to this. I think that will work.
I want to put ice in there when we blend it. And you should remind me to do that because I think it is a dish best served cold.
Very good.
So usually I would like, that's something I would have in a jar. I would make. Just leave it in there.
So like 1 ice cube.
Yeah.
So make sure you've got some ice prepped before you do the cook-on video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's fine at room temperature, but I think it's better cold because you get this cold kiwi taste, which sits on your tongue first, and then like the heat comes like really quite delayed, like 1 or 2 seconds later, and you're like, oh.
I will make exactly that face and body movement when I eat it.
We might top that up with sriracha.
Oh, nice.
If it's not spicy enough.
It's a bit of a fusion, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about that because I made Korean inspired tacos like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh wow, you are all over the tacos.
Yeah. Rice flour tortilla, awful. Don't do that.
Okay, I won't.
Terrible.
I wasn't thinking of
I
it.
mean, I followed this one recipe. It's
Not
good.
worth it. Never again. What is this?
Yeah.
I'm
this
intrigued.
is a gift from a lovely friend of mine, Cecilia, and she bought me this for my birthday this year, which was a lockdown birthday, right at the start of the lockdown. And this is a tortilla press.
Aha!
So we're going to make tortilla dough. We're going to put a little ball on there and womp.
Fun!
Yeah, it is a lot of fun.
Do not now be like, oh no, I cannot make this dish. I do not have a tortilla press. Because you can just smoosh them between 2 pans. Is that right?
One pan.
One pan?
And a chopping
One
board.
pan and a chopping board.
Yeah.
whatever you
We'll
do
see.
with
We'll see how messy my kitchen is at that stage because
Yeah.
that's late game.
Right.
But we could try doing that. The only reason I would suggest not doing it is if you're using a cheap IKEA pan that you've had for maybe 7 or 8 years, and then you press down on it and it warps the shape.
This has happened to you before, I'm assuming?
This
Right,
RIP
okay.
cheap IKEA pan
Yeah,
from 10 years ago.
okay.
I now have a better pan.
How hard were you pressing down on this thing?
How cheap is the pan?
Wow.
I now have a better pan that I don't want to warp.
No,
so
but-
I'm going to use the press.
Okay,
We
maybe
can have a
we'll
look
do
later.
one. We could like, because most people will be doing it with a pan. So
Almost
perhaps we
nobody's
could-
going to have a
no,
tortilla press at
exactly.
home. So yeah,
Perhaps
we
we could
can
do
we
one or
can
two
do
with the
that.
pan.
Yeah. This is the one part where I'm not that good at this.
Okay,
So-
well, I look forward to watching that and having it on YouTube.
A permanent record of my poor
Yeah, that's
tortilla
it.
skills. But the taste is good.
I believe you. Did I not look convincing?
No. The look of absolute fear from what's your name again?
We're just leaving it a mystery. No one knows who they're watching.
Nobody has known.
Amazing. Well, that again sounds like a lot, but actually when you break it down, we've split everything into the various dishes, but if we put it all together, it's not that much. So do not be afraid, put off by Jonny, all the ingredients.
One thing I would add is we're doing the vegan version. I think Mexican food is really great for vegan food because you've got like these strong flavors. You've got a lot of garlic, lime, coriander. Like they stand up on their own.
Yeah.
But you can add like fried eggs to this. You could add grated cheese of any kind to this. That's going to go well. And then any meat that you want to replace tofu with is, I mean, probably better than tofu.
You're going to marinate it in what sounds like a delicious mixture. I think that's
absolutely. Yeah, imagine that on chicken.
Yeah, true.
But I don't eat a lot of meat, so
Yeah. No, that's
this
good.
is how
That's
I would
what we're
normally make
promoting.
it. Yeah, nice one.
Perfect. All right. And equipment-wise, there's nothing that is going to be unusual. We'll just put a list of everything you'll need in the video description as well. And I think that's all from us for now, right?
Back after the news, yeah. Laughing at my own joke here.
All right. Well, we'll see you in a few days for the cook-along. Have a good one. Bye-bye.